Hello viewers, today we're going to talk about main ideas of our second topic of the idea builders. Our today's topic is arts, culture, tradition, history and museum. So today we'll discuss about the main ideas of our second topic, arts, culture, tradition, history and museum. Under this main topic, we have got some subtopics: tradition, culture, culture shock, as well as cultural heritage. So at the very beginning, we will see some effects of arts, which is our main topic. So arts have got effects on our life. At the very beginning, we can tell art is the combination of techniques and creativity. The arts include literature, painting, cinema, sculpture, architecture, fashion and design. Art is a universal language and can be enjoyed by different people. Art is inspiring. Life without art would be dull and incomplete. The role of art is to express feeling, convey opinions and transmit values. Art connects people with a common vision. Art enhances the sensitivity of humans, encourages self-expression, creativity and innovation. Art sharpens and enlightens the mind, encourages analytical thinking and stimulates imagination. It enhances critical thinking by presenting new ideas. Art raises questions and promotes dialogue. It bridges the gap among cultures, bringing joy through harmony, color and form. Art is a way of self-expression and self-fulfillment. So now we look at some functions done by arts. So at the very beginning, we can tell that art enables new styles and forms to emerge. The arts can be an important attraction for tourists. It can bring considerable revenue into the country. Free and cheap access to arts is crucial for the student. Access to the art is also makes the young aware of their national heritage. It helps to promote feelings of nationhood. Government may seek to co-opt art into serving moral behavior or a cult of personality. There are considerable economic benefits to subsidizing the arts. Our government should take feasible steps to preserve the brilliant culture. So now look at some general ideas about arts. So there are many aspects of art. At the very beginning, we can tell that sometimes art focuses on relationships and feelings and helps people to understand others better. Art plays an important role in creating a desirable and beautiful environment. Art also plays a significant role in making public places beautiful and desirable. Many of the great cities of the world that attract tourists do so because of their art. This art may include paintings, architecture and sculpture. Art plays a significant role in the economies of these cities because of tourism. Art plays an important role in challenging commonly held ideas, particularly in the field such as literature and cinemas. Art can directly impact people's thinking and educate people. Great literature challenges the view of the society. Sometimes they directly address the problems in society, such as major political and social issues. Art can also create new industries, from small scale cottage industries to large industries such as filmmaking. Art also has a role in design and making products desirable. Arts do not represent a significant part of government's budget. Well-funded arts program often has little impact on other services a country provides. So we can say government should encourage art by providing necessary fund. Now our second topic is traditional versus modern. So at first look at the traditional customs. Traditional customs are still important during weddings and religious festivals. People wear traditional costumes and eat special food. It is important to maintain our different cultural identities. We should celebrate festivals, teach traditional skills, and protect historic places. Now, we should know the reasons for losing our traditional skills. So there are several reasons for losing traditional skills. First one is industrialization. Industrialization is one of the main causes why we are losing our traditional skills. Globalization is another factor disappearing. Due to globalization and immense progress in communication system, people can buy product from the other parts of the world. Media, another influential tools playing great role in making modern product popular. Satellite and internet are main causes why everyone tends to buy the same products. Now look at some more causes. Mass production is done in factories taking the help of machines. Factory work is boring and leaves people feeling unfulfilled. Products are cheap and can be produced very quickly nowadays. Due to the advancement of the technology, now more people can afford them. Now move to the third topic. Our third topic is culture. So at the very beginning we should know what is culture. So we can say culture is the combination of various components including thoughts, feelings, attitudes, and unwritten rules. It includes history, folklore, literature, art, and music. Culture also includes customs and traditions of people. Culture gives a special identity to people who are unified by race, language, nationality, and religion. Now look at some roles played by culture in our lives. At the very tell that the function of culture is to enrich national identity. It promotes national integration, strengthens understanding among ethnic groups. Culture ensures social stability and transmits accepted values. Culture provides knowledge which is essential for our physical and intellectual existence as a man. Culture defines attitudes and values. Culture directs and confines the behavior of an individual. So now look more of the roles played by culture. Culture exercises a great influence on the development of personality. It is culture that makes the human a man, regulates his conduct, and prepares him for life. It provides to people a complete design for living. Culture provides a man with a set of behavior even for complicated situations. Social relationship intact. And at the end we can say culture also creates new needs and new drives. Our fourth topic is cultural shock. At the very beginning, let's look at what is cultural shock. So at the very beginning, we can tell that cultural shock is a feeling of alienation. Cultural shock is feeling of disorientation, homesickness, and sometimes loneliness. When a person moves to a cultural environment which is different from one's own, may experience cultural shock. A person may feel cultural shock due to immigration or a visit to. Now, let's look at some ways by which we can overcome cultural shock. At the very beginning, we can tell that we should learn as much as we can know about the host country before we arrive. We should learn the rules of social conduct, history, and the language of the host country. We should immerse ourselves in the new culture, get accustomed to their immediate surroundings. We should establish our routine as soon as possible, include physical activity into our routine. We should stay busy and get involved in activities that we enjoy and develop a hobby. We should join a club. This is a good way to meet people who share similar interests and find a friend. Now, let's move to the fifth heritage. At the very beginning, we will know about the roles of heritage. Historical heritage contributes to greater cultural cohesion and communities. Cultural heritage plays a major role in providing a legacy for future generations. Cultural heritage promotes a sense of national and regional identity. Architecture plays a key role in shaping our environment. Let's look to more roles of cultural heritage. It contributes to the attractiveness of our environment. Historical heritage contributes to the transmission of our culture. Ancient monuments, customs, and social values of our past generations. Monumental buildings have a key role in attracting tourists. Now, let's move to history. At first, look at the introduction to history. History is the study of past events, particularly human affairs. It might be the study of a country or it might involve a particular event or a general situation at a given topic. So what are the importance of history? At the very beginning, look at the importance of history. We can say that history helps young people understand their own culture and how their culture and country have evolved. History gives identity and helps unify people. It gives people a sense of roots and belonging. History helps us understand change. It records and helps people understand successes and failures. History also provides a unique insight into human nature and human civilization. History teaches us about the mistakes committed in the past and tells us how not to repeat the repeat them. It builds into individuals the ability to assess evidence and the ability to assess conflicting perspective. And we can tell that history is to enrich our understanding about our own culture. Let's move to more importance of history. History helps us learn about our origins, backgrounds, ideas, traditions, and institutions. Our history and tradition give us a sense of connecting with the past. They bring people together and remind us of the memories that we share. Studying history enables us to avoid repeating the mistakes of the past. History helps understand and conclude how past human actions impact on the present and future. So, history teaches us many lessons of life. So, we can say history enlightens future generation. Now, look at some negative aspects of history. So, at the very beginning, we can say that most people memorize dates, names, and facts when they study history. This information is not useful in everyday life or for the future. If we could actually learn from history, history wouldn't be full of same repeated mistakes. Same mistakes are made again and again, which makes history irrelevant to learn for the future. History is a subject that is rarely used in people's lives. So, it would be better to focus on science and technology, which is more relevant to the future and today's society. Each historical event has different perspective. For this reason, it makes learning history a waste of time. Many schools' curriculums have been set and are rarely changed. Current history that helps people understand the world they currently live in. So now we will talk about studying history. So at the very beginning, we can tell that the study of history shall be encouraged at all educational levels. Study of social, economic progress and development of the human society. History is as important as the subject such as economics, accounting, physics, and chemistry. Without studying our own history, we can never move ahead as a society. The purpose of historical inquiry is to research for an interpretation of the past with which we relate to the current situation. So we can say history helps find better ways to solve our problems. Now we are going to talk about virtual museum. So virtual museum has got many positive sides. So at the very beginning, we will look at those positive sides of virtual museum. At the very beginning, we can tell cyberspace is the latest and virtually most preferred method these days for viewing pieces of art. The virtual internet galleries and museums offer viewers fast search and 3D visualization of their query results. Online galleries save them the time and trouble of physically being there. Done after dinner or on weekends. Its cost is relatively low when compared with conventional museum and galleries. No additional effort like finding a suitable site and paying its rent, hiring and paying their salaries. There is no limitation of the physical space with internet museums. For online museum, in its database can be viewed at any time by millions of people. So now look at some negative aspects of virtual museum. So at the very beginning, we can tell that it has got many negative aspects, such as the poor performance by current online exhibiting spaces suggests that they still have a long way to go. Display devices like LCD lead to a distorted perception of the original colors, especially in case of paintings. So they are no way perfect. And we can say that such effects can only be stimulated by special software which produce only approximate results. On a small computer screen, zoom function has to be used for very large painting and sculptures. And we can say zooming makes essential details like brush strokes, canvas structure and textiles lost to eyes of the viewers. Viewing artworks online therefore provides only partial, incomplete experience that real museums do. For aged viewers, online galleries can even be extremely confusing and difficult to handle. Due to technical limitation, a virtual gallery will not be able to completely replace the experience of the real museum. Our eighth topic is censorship. So at the very beginning, we look at some positive aspects of censorship of arts. Censorship maintains unity and stability in society. Not all adults mature enough to decide what's good for them. Censorship good for society as a whole. Civilized people might do without laws, but not whole society. Censorship is like the law for the common good. But censors are extremely liberal. Recognize the merit of the people. Majority of books, plays, films are not works of art at all. Unscrupulous people produce anything in the name of art, exploit vast pornography market. Censorship prevents profits from corrupting minds of the others. Absolute freedom equals anarchy. Now we will talk against censorship. So there are some negative aspects of censorship. At the very beginning, we can tell that books, plays, films should be censored under common laws, not under a special censorship code. Censorship limits and controls the way people feel. It leads to become totalitarian countries or take outrageous decisions. It is not consistent with the ideals of democracy. And we can tell that setting criteria for censorship is really very difficult job. Let's look at some more negative aspects of censorship. Any publication or film offensive to decency would still be liable to prosecution without censorship. Censors do not distinguish between works of art and others. They cut and ban indiscriminately, make subjective decisions. Banning books, etc. has the effect of drawing attention to them and vastly increasing sales. And we can say this can never happen in the society free from censorship. We can give the example of our ninth topic is cultural diversity. So at the very beginning, we look at main ideas about cultural diversity. We can tell that information technology creating a new world of media before us. Satellite televisions enable people on opposite side of the globe to be exposed regularly to a range of cultural stimuli. The internet has ushered in a new era of global information. Every aspect of the local culture, from its language, education and architecture to customs, values, family structure, entertainment, even costume and cuisine, is undergoing tremendous changes. Globalization has brought with it uniformity and homogenization, threatened ancient ways of life. Countries face the dilemma of maintaining its national culture while being confronted with diverse cultures, ideas, and values. Global media and entertainment companies shape understanding, values, and dreams of ordinary citizens wherever they live. Local cultures are falling victim to a global culture. American products and cultures are so dominant that they are now available literally everywhere on the earth. They influence the taste, lives, and aspiration of virtually every nation on the globe. Such holistic image conceals and suppress a rich variety of regional diversity. Now look at how we can preserve our own cultures. There are some steps we can take to preserve our own culture. At the very beginning, we can tell state efforts to preserve national culture are the key. When making its plan of economic development, the government should also take cultural preservation into consideration. Preservation of cultural heritage is not a financial burden but a precious legacy. It could also contribute to economic growth of a country. Many cities and towns have taken advantage of their respective cultural heritage in developing tourist industry. Let's move to more sides of preserving culture. Various cultural festivals sponsored by local governments and actively participated in by residents. We should want to learn the culture, whether it is just to know or can also participate in practicing it in our lives. We should participate if there are activities in the context of cultural preservation. We should participate in traditional culture and performances at certain events or activities. We should teach culture is not destroyed and can still survive. We should love our own culture without degrading and harassing other people's culture. And we can tell that we should practice the use of that culture in our everyday life. For example, government should let cultural museum, art galleries and libraries develop cultural and creative products. Preserving own culture strengthens the protection and management of collection of cultural relics. Protection of tradition should take place in the everyday life of the population, so it must be practiced by the people. Government should revive these traditions by the cooperation with media producers to embed it in their productions. We can tell government should include these traditions in educational system as well. These are the ideas related with arts, culture, history, tradition and museums. Hope these ideas will help you to get better preparation for your IELTS examination. In our next video, we'll talk about business, money and advertising. Surely you will watch that video. Best luck of you.